for us. But in a few days, Bhagavan says, you will see how much it adds to your sentiment. You'll see really she is there. So you can really have the connection with Devi literally in front of you in the screen. So one thing is that you will not take Parashakti Devi for granted. So rituals, whenever we are doing, it will break our monotonous, unconscious mentality and lifestyle. And it will again and again remind us and raise ourselves to the ultimate powerful cognition that is being revealed. And definitely it will break our unconscious behavior. So this is how you need to set up your tambula. So you can see in the picture with 2 betel leaves with 1 banana, 1 betel nut and 1 coin. If you wish to, you can offer 1 coconut. Yes. So let us now move on to the next segment. Let us understand what are Akashic records and Akashic readings. So we'll be right back after a short break.
And enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background.
Nithyananda, everyone. Yes, welcome back. So we'll enter into the next segment of what are Akashic records. Let's understand what are the Akashic records. So Akashic records are the records which are created in space. So whatever has happened in time, there is already a file existing in the cosmos. So nothing can be destroyed. So none of your actions, none of your thoughts, none of your plans, your emotions, your words, nothing can be destroyed. So Akashic records are literally the cosmic archives of everything that has happened, happening, and will happen. So they are the verbal, the visual, 5-dimensional document. So whatever is happening is continuously getting recorded. So all the information you collected from all your births actually is in your DNA. So you can access some of them just to understand and not to waste time doing the same actions again and again. So why am I doing the same thing? Why am I facing the same thing again and again? Why is it actually happening in my life? So if you see, the Akashic reading is not a prediction. It is a reading from the cosmic archives. So there is no such thing as past, present and future. So beyond space, creation and destruction are happening simultaneously. So in the dimension of time starts the past, the present and the future. But in case of Akashic records, there is no past, no present or no future, because whatever we call as whatever has happened, whatever is happening and whatever is yet to happen are clearly already recorded. Yes. So in Swamiji's own words, Bhagavan says, nobody has a right to comment on these readings. Nobody has a right to manipulate these readings. Nobody has a right to interpret, comment these readings. So they are complete unto themselves. For anybody to live in tune with the cosmos, the Jivan Mukti, living enlightenment, does not need any special practice other than listening to these great readings again and again. So when you listen to these great readings, naturally your negative logic is penetrated. It is broken. And these great truths, they settle in your inner space and they make you literally live enlightenment. So as an avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, has graced the humanity with blessings and darshan in the form of Devi Parashakti, revealing your answers to various questions of various seekers across the globe as solutions, as breakthroughs, liberating the humanity from pain and suffering. So any answer that is given by Parashakti is not just an answer, so we need to be really aware of it, but it is a karmic breakthrough literally for the receiver who is asking the question. So we have the beautiful Shastra Pramana from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, the Dharana 61, Sutra 84, which says, Akasham Vimalam Pashyan Krutva Drishtim Nirantaram Shabdhatma Tatkshana Devi Bhairavam Vapur Apnuyat. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless, infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze without blinking continuously and make the body and inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and powers of the infinite space, Bhairava. And next, we have the Apta Pramana from the Hindu epic, the Purana Mahabharata, which narrates that the great sage Maitreya, who reveals these secrets to Vidura. So the story of his birth in the human form and reasons for all of his suffering. So sage Maitreya, he literally accessed the Akashic records and he told Vidura that he was not an ordinary man, but was in fact an incarnation of Yamaraja, the Lord of Death. So he was to play the part of a so-called Sudra for 100 years, being cursed by the Manduka Muni. So this is one of the reference from the Hindu Purana Mahabharata. And we can also see where accessing the DNA code, reading the Akashic records will be really useful for each one of us to be liberated from the default future that we are always thinking about and bringing an end to all our binding cognitions. Known and unknown sufferings, leading you to experience the ultimate space of enlightenment, the Paramashivoham. So only an avatar can alter the Akashic readings. If you see, the initiated Balasans can view the Akashic records. So however, only an avatar can alter it, can edit, can upgrade and change the Akashic records. So during the darshan and dikshas, the Supreme Pontiff blesses and upgrades the Akashic records as per the prayer of the devotees and the disciples. Yes. So what can you ask in Akashic reading? So this is a very beautiful introduction. What can we ask in the Akashic reading? So the most accurate and the unbiased answer to any question about your life, what will be your future, so why are you suffering like this, why is your life like this, your destiny, your purpose of life, or any everyday part of your life. Why is this happening in my life today? So all these questions can be asked Parashakti. So you can be spiritually healed of any physical or emotional problems with just a look or a word by Parashakti. And you can understand the various reasons behind your life's happenings. And you can literally receive blessings directly from the Cosmic Mother to fulfill whatever you want to fulfill in life, to manifest your reality. And you can get the clarity how to redesign your future. Yes. So with that, we'll be moving on to the next segment and getting ready and prepare ourselves to receive Devi Parashakti today. So we'll gather back after a short break.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa.
I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model community. Kailasa, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you. We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually, the spiritual prosperity. Happen to whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Welcome back, dear viewers. We heard about Devi Parashakti. We heard about the Akashic readings, how the Devi Parashakti's Akashic readings are such a great revelations which can give us the direction in our life. Just by having the darshan of Devi Parashakti, so many hundreds of thousands of disciples, followers of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism have benefited so much. And today we have joining us Vimal Patel from USA to share his experience of having the darshan of Devi Parashakti. Nithyananda Vimalji.
Nithyananda Ma, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for joining for the sharing this morning, US time, and then it's a beautiful evening in India. Thank you so much for sharing, for joining us for this sharing. So if you can maybe introduce yourself. How did you get to know Swamiji and how long you have known Swamiji? A little introduction about yourself, please.
Sure, absolutely. My name is Vimal Patel. I am in Austin, Texas. I stumbled upon Swamiji on YouTube in 2006. So ever since then, been following Swamiji and been having a plethora of experiences and blissful moments and just amazing things. So, I think, what I would like to share today is just a few things that's been going on with me these past few months. And one, I'll start off with the fact that I was inspired to do Sarva Parityaga. So I had some accounts and, something new for me. I've never done this before. And I was just inspired and I felt, let me do this. Okay. So I did that and at that time I was unemployed. It was not the most easiest of times. And I will say this, not too long afterwards, I manifested the job that I wanted because at that time I was unemployed. The prior job, I didn't like my boss and things were very challenging. I manifested every single thing that I wanted in this job, from the salary amount, the specific salary amount, to the culture, to the boss, to the people around me, and everything to the T. And then during this manifestation, I said, no, I also want stock options as well. And that all came together. And, it was just a very magical, amazing thing that happened thereafter. So,
Vimal, if I may, sorry to interrupt, but just for all our viewers, for those of you who do not know what is Sarva Parityaga. Sarva Parityaga is a beautiful spiritual process and a great ritual in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, where a person offers everything he has. Whatever they have, they just offer everything at the feet of the Guru. In that Sarva Parityaga, in the ultimate space of renunciation, they just give up everything and surrender it at the feet of the Guru. So Vimalji participated and offered the Sarva Parityaga, which means literally whatever he has in the bank account, he offered everything. And that was at a time when he did not have a job, right? Typically, when we look for securities, when we depend on the bank account, when we depend on our bank balance, until we get a new job or until we are able to generate our finances on our own, at that moment, having that ultimate space of Tyaga. And Swamiji himself has said that when you offer the Sarva Parityaga, the very being of Paramashiva will manifest in you and will manifest through you. And here we can see, as Vimalji was sharing, it just reminded me that after he did the Sarva Parityaga offering to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, at the feet of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he manifested the job, the pay, the boss, the ambience, the stock options exactly as he wanted. So, see, one is manifesting what you want in your outer world. But Vimalji, we can also share the breakthroughs that you had in your inner space as a result of this offering.
Absolutely, Ma. And, then fast forward, and then Swamiji is doing all these beautiful darshans, the Devi darshans, the Kalvairava darshans. And I would say the effects of that have been, I can't put it into words, but, I'll try to sum it up in the sense that I've been having powerful cognitions, a high intuition than ever before. Like, for example, if I'm trying to do some healing, I'll be able to know exactly, like, instantly what's going on and what the issue is. When I'm at work, so I do enterprise sales. I know exactly how to structure the deals, what parts of the deal to negotiate, what not to negotiate on. I'll know all of that, and it'll just instantly come to me. And that's due to Devi's grace, due to Swamiji's grace. And then on top of that, I'm doing trading, and that's been taking my wealth to another level. With short-term trading, for those viewers who are listening and those who do trading, there's a lot of emotions you can get caught up, especially when the trade doesn't go the right way. And with Devi's grace and Swamiji's grace, I've just had this knowing. I know exactly what's going to happen when, and I'm very, very, I'm in that state where I can make money without being very attached or without being emotional to the trade itself.
Wow. Without being, without having the greed or fear associated with the trading, that's when you have a breakthrough. So beautiful, Vimalji. And what has been your experience of watching Devi Parashakti's Akashic readings?
That's basically it. The high intuition, the powerful cognitions. I would say the sense of security, like the warmth. It again is very difficult to put in words, but when Devi Parashakti started doing the readings, immense warmth has been in my life. I literally feel her presence. And that's also, it also goes back to like, okay, there is someone out there who I can trust, and no matter what happens in life, he or she will catch me. And I always feel that after Parashakti's readings and darshan, no matter what happens, I am surrounded with love and warmth and care, and that's what I felt.
So beautiful, Vimalji. And Vimalji, for the viewers who are watching this, and there are many people who want to manifest a job, or they want to manifest the job they want. What exactly was the process since the time you offered Sarvapati Tyaga to the actual manifestation? What is it from your experience that you want to tell to people who are waiting to manifest either finances or job, and it has not yet happened, and we are in the manifestation process? Because that's when you need to have that will persistence. You need to have that you know that Swamiji is doing the right thing for you. You just need to hold on to that and have that trust. So while we are in that process, I have not manifested what I want. What is it that you would like to share with those of them who are yet to manifest either finances or job as we want?
I would say, is all comes down to, I think, cognitions. One being that Swamiji is always there. The mind always plays tricks and feels as if you're all alone and no one's really here, but he's always there sharing you. If you just connect, take that action. But I think you mentioned something very powerful today, the will persistence. You have to obviously take the action and align yourself to the end result of what you want. You can't just sit at home and do nothing and then say, yes, I want $1 million, and that's it. So assuming the action is taken and the integrity is there and the alignment is there, what I've done very simply, it's taking my mala, just taking my mala, just holding it and connecting with Swamiji. That's my number one lifesaver in everything. No matter if it's a speeding ticket or if it's a other situation, what happens, immense energy I feel. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just connecting with Swamiji. I'm just opening up myself. I'm saying, this is the situation. Please help me. Let this manifest. Because I am Paramashiva, because we are in oneness, let this manifest. And then there's a YouTube video that actually goes into that meditation process, that manifestation process. Mm-hmm. So I played that at least once or twice a day for a few days. And I said, listen, maybe if I do the salary amount, if I try to manifest the type of boss that I want, that could be easy. Okay, something I've never had before, stock options. I'm going to add that in there. This is what I want. And I said very simply, I think Swamiji had the process of where it said, because, I exist and I know that I exist and I celebrate my existence, we are Paramashiva. I went through that process, very simply, you don't have to believe anything. It's just the cognitions, the openness, and it did wonders. It did wonders. And again, it's all Swamiji's doing. And I'm so, so grateful for everything that he's showered on me.
And one of the important aspects that I want to bring it out to all of you is, see, many of us are looking for a job, or many of us are looking for a breakthrough in our career. And one thing that Vimalji shared is, even what you want, you have the power and the ability to design what you want. It's not like, okay, I'll just, whatever comes, I will take. No, we have the ability to manifest what we want. And Swamiji is given the science of manifestation. And the video that Vimal Patel is talking about is maturity makes you manifest life. That's one of the Kalpataru processes that Swamiji has given. And in that process, in that video itself, there is a YouTube video called Maturity Makes You Manifest Life. And in that video, Swamiji gives a step-by-step manifestation process and leads us into the meditation in that video itself. And you can design how you want your life to be. You can choose what color you want to do the painting of life. You are the creator. You can create what you want, not just accept what comes. Okay, this is what life is. This is my destiny. This is my fate. Let me just accept what it is. No, life is all about super determinism, and that's what Swamiji has taught us. You can design and draw the life you want. You can choose what you want in life. You can create what you want in life. If it is a job, the pay that you want, the kind of the boss that you want, the ambience that you want, the salaries you want, the how you want the promotions to be, everything you have the power to decide and you have the power to manifest. And here Vimal Patel is a standing testimony of applying Swamiji's teachings, doing the Sarva Parityaga and just applying Swamiji's teachings and experiencing the exact manifestation of the job that he wanted in his life. And with Devi Parashakti's Akashic reading, now having a breakthrough in the trading as well in terms of the intuition, using the third eye. Right? You can use the third eye, you can use the initiations, you can use the presence of Devi Parashakti and be able to manifest what you want. So beautifully shared, Vimalji. And is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers today?
I would just say, the guru-disciple relationship or the relationship with Paramashiva, it's too valuable. Don't ever lose it. There'll always be people, I would say, around you who may say certain things, but I would say it's so valuable. Don't lose it. That's all I'll say as a final comment here. Again, very, very grateful for Paramashiva and also Team and the support of Sangha, who's always there to support us in our journey. So thank you so much.
So beautifully shared, Vimalji. Thank you so much for coming live and sharing your experience today.
Okay, Nithyananda. Thank you.
Thank you, Nithyananda. And dear viewers, before we move on to the next segment of our program, let's take a short break.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailasians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Welcome back, dear viewers. In the next segment of today's program, we are going to share with you one of the revelations of what Devi Parashakti has revealed to the world, the sacred secret of Hindu birth. Let us hear what Devi Parashakti herself has revealed about this.
நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள். உன் கேள்விக்கு உன்மூலமாய் உலகெங்கும் இருக்கும் இந்துக்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் அளிக்கின்றேன் உத்திரம். கேட்டு வாழ்ந்தால் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பத்திரம். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். பிறப்பின் ரகசியத்தை பிறப்பிலா பெருமை உடைய பரமேஸ்வரி சொல்லுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். அண்டஜம், யோனிஜம், ஜலஜம், பீஜம் எனும் 4 விதமான பிறவிகளில் 84,000 யோனிகளில் பிறக்கும் பிறப்புகளிலேயே பெருமை வாய்ந்ததும் உத்தமமானதும் மனிதப் பிறவி. அந்த மனிதப் பிறவியிலும் பலமுறை பிறந்து உழன்று அரசியல், பொருளாதாரம், சுகபோகம், தர்மம், அர்த்தம், காமம் எனும் ஆசைகள், துக்கங்கள், அச்சங்கள் அனைத்திலும் அழன்று உழன்று இனி வேண்டாம் இப்பிறவி, வேண்டுவது மோட்சமே என்று முடிவெடுத்தோர்க்கு மட்டுமே ஹிந்து மத யோனிஜம், ஹிந்து பெற்றோர்க்கு பிறந்திடும் சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம், மனித பிறவி உத்தமம், சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித பிறவி உத்தமோத்தமம். இந்த உத்தமோத்தம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோருக்கும் ஜீவன் முக்த விஞ்ஞானத்தையும் சனாதன தர்மத்தையும் காக்கின்ற கடமையும் உண்டு. அதனால் வருகின்ற நன்மையெல்லாம் அனுபவிக்கும் உரிமையும் உண்டு. இந்த கடமையை செய்வோம் என்று சத்தியம் செய்ததனால்தான் அந்த உரிமை அளிக்கப்பட்டது. பூமிக்கு வந்தபின் மனம் மயங்கி மதிமயங்கி சனாதன தர்மம் காக்க மறந்ததனால் மாயை அவர்கள் உயிரை பறிக்கின்றாள். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மத்தை காப்போம் என்று உறுதி எடுத்தவர்க்கே சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம யோனிஜம் அளிக்கின்றேன் யான். உடல் பெற்ற பிறகு ஊழிப் பெருவலியால் ஆசை அச்சங்களை உதறவிடாது, உதறியும் விடாது சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்தோரை உயிர் வாழத் தகுதியில்லாதவர் பட்டியலில் உடனடியாய் மாயை சேர்க்கின்றாள். அதனால் ராட்சசர்களும் அசுரர்களும் தானாகவே இவர்கள் உயிரை எடுக்கின்றார். நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உயிரை கொடுத்தாலும் தர்மம் காப்போம் என்று நிற்பவர்க்கு நிலைத்திடும் வீரஸ்வர்க்கமும் கைலாச பதவியும், எக்காரணம் கொண்டும் தர்மம் காக்க மறந்த உத்தமோத்தம ஜனனமான சனாதன ஹிந்து ஜனனம் பெற்ற மக்களுக்கு இல்லை வேறு கதி. சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம மனித ஜனனம் உத்தமோத்தம மனித ஜனனம்.
உங்கள் உரிமை உலகில் அதிகம், உங்களுக்கு கடமையும் உலகில் பெரிது. தர்மம் காத்தாலே கடமை, தர்மம் காக்காதார்க்கு உயிர் வாழும் உரிமை இல்லை. நன்றாய் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உத்தமோத்தம பிறவியான சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்ம பிறவி எடுத்த எல்லோரும் புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்கள் வாழ்வின் முதற்கடமை தர்மம் காத்தல். தர்மம் காக்க தர்மம் உங்களை காக்கும். சனாதன ஹிந்து தர்மம் காக்க மறந்திட்டால் வாழும் உரிமையை நீங்கள் இழந்து விடுகின்றீர்கள். அதற்கு மேல் வாழ்ந்தென்ன அழிந்தென்ன? பூமிக்கு பாரம் குறையட்டும் என்று அசுரர்களும் ராட்சதர்களும் உங்களை உண்டு தீர்க்கின்றார்கள். அதையும் மாயை கண்டு சும்மாவிருப்பாள். பிரபஞ்ச ரகசியத்தை, பிறவியின் ரகசியத்தை உலகிற்கெல்லாம் உத்தரமாய்ச் சொல்லிவிட்டேன். புரிந்து வாழ்வில் நடந்து உயிரை பத்திரமாய் பார்த்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். அன்னை சொல்லும் அருள் சத்தியம் இது. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
We will now see the translation of what Devi Parashakti has revealed. Listen. Andajam, Yonijam, Jalajam, Bijam. Like this, in 4 types of births, in 84 lakh yonis, in all these births, the most greatest birth of them all is human birth. Even in that human birth, being born and toiled many times, after getting burnt and toiled in politics and finance and luxuries, in dharma, artha, kama, and those who decide of not wanting this birth, wanting only moksha, liberation, only those will have a Hindu dharma yonijam, the Sanatana Hindu dharma yonijam of being born to Hindu parents. Human birth is Uttamam, the best. Sanatana Hindu Dharma human birth is Uttamottama, the best of the best. Everyone who took this Uttamottama birth has the responsibility of protecting the signs of living enlightenment and Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And also, they have the right of experiencing its benefits. This right was given to them because of their commitment given by them to do the responsibility of protecting Sanatana Hindu Dharma. After coming to Bhuloka, by getting mentally deluded and forgetting the dharma of protecting Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Maya, the delusion, she is taking away all their soul. Understand carefully. I am giving the Sanatana Hindu Dharma Yonijam only for those who give the commitment of protecting Sanatana Hindu Dharma even by giving their life. After getting the body, because of the painful deluge, not dropping fear and greed for those who forget to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Maya, she will immediately add all of them to the list of those not worthy of living. Therefore, Rakshasas and Asuras are automatically taking away their life. Understand properly, for those who stand that even by giving their life, they will protect Dharma, will permanently have Veera Swarga and Kailasa Padavi. For any reason, people who forgot to protect Dharma, having the Uttamottama birth of Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth, there is no other way for them. Sanatana Hindu Dharma human birth is Uttamottama human birth. Your rights in this world are immense, and also your responsibility in this world is large. Protecting Dharma is the responsibility. Those who do not protect Dharma, they do not have the right to live. Understand properly. All those who took the Uttamottama birth, which is Sanatana Hindu Dharma birth, all of you understand. The first responsibility of your life is protecting Dharma. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. If you forget to protect Dharma, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you lose the right of living. After that, what bothers whether you are alive or get destroyed? Asuras and Rakshasas will eat you so that the burden of the planet Earth is reduced. Seeing that Maya, she will keep quiet. That was Devi Parashakti's revelation, where Parashakti very beautifully, it's a profound revelation from Devi Parashakti, who says, if you, a Hindu, forget to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, you lose the right of living. An overwhelming majority of Hindus live in one country, India. The largest population of Hindus outside India are in Nepal and Bangladesh. The data as per the Pew Research. If you see this map, 90% of the Hindus are in India, and it is one of the worst hit by the COVID pandemic. And this is not a coincidence. The New York Times say that the actual figures are likely to be much higher, with more than half of the Indian population infected with COVID in a worst case scenario. Again, reminding of what Devi Parashakti had revealed. If you as a Hindu forget to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we lose the right of living. And you can see the Ghora Tandava that's happening in India. Millions succumbing to this deadly pandemic. You can see the Indian population, 136 crore versus 70 crore infected with COVID. New York Times says that the actual figures are likely to be much higher, with more than half of the Indian population that are affected with COVID. So we just wanted all of us to be aware. And if you are a born Hindu, and if you are born in the Hindu Yonijam, and if you are listening to this, it is time we realize the responsibility that we have as Hindus, the responsibility to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And the supreme pontiff of Hinduism is reviving this great enlightened civilization. All we need to do is just be a part of this huge revival. Take responsibility for any aspect of this. Be a part of the huge revival. Be a part of the greatest and the only Hindu civilizational nation, Kailasa. That way, we take responsibility for Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So, With that, we are in the next segment, in the upcoming segment of this program, we are going to share with you how the Supreme Pontiff has even taken responsibility for the irresponsibility of the Hindus. Because the Hindus did not take responsibility, half of India today is affected with millions dying, even for the inauthenticity of us. Even because we fail to take the responsibility, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is taking the responsibility and protecting Indians and Hindus. How? We are going to be seeing in the upcoming segment. But before that, we wanted to share with you how we can connect with Devi Parashakti. What are the different ways that we can connect with Devi Parashakti? And that's what we are going to be sharing in the next segment.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously.
Welcome back, dear viewers. In the next segment of today's program, we are going to share with you what are the various offerings that we can do to Devi Parashakti. How can we feel the beautiful nearness and the intimacy with Devi Parashakti? How can you experience the deep feeling connection with Devi Parashakti? Now, offering is a giving of divine gift of pure love, devotion and oneness, and it consists of two parts, giving and accepting. Only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. Offering is not made out of fear, nor out of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela, played out only for the purpose of enlightenment.
Yes. So the next we have the Dhyana Shloka, Devi Parashakti. So let us invoke Parashakti. Induni bhaveda karavahni nayanam syat pankaja varabhaya japaksha sarayuktam angahimabhushana vichitra vasanam syat tungamakutojvala manonmani swarupam.
The meaning of this verse, it says, the moon-like face holding Vedas and books on hands, fire and eyes with lotus flowers, gracing and blessing hands, and one with the japamala beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments, in wonderful clothes and shining big crown. Her name is Manonmani. This reference is directly from the Mula Agama, the Manonmani Dhyanam.
The next Dhyana sloka is Dhyaye Devim Trinetram Sashini Bhavadanam Vedahastam Dadanam Sabhye Padmam Varadamapare Chabhayam Chakshamalam Divyairabharanair Vibhushitatanum Brahmadibhip Pujitam Devimeva Manonmanim Pratidinam Kamarta Datrim Shubham.
I meditate on Devi with 3 eyes glowing like the moon and holding Veda, lotus and grazing with blessings and grazing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and many gods, showers auspicious boons for all actions every day.
So let us now understand what is the significance of the divine element gold. So the Atharva Veda beautifully says, triply born by birth is this gold. From the atoms of Agni is one. It becomes dearest to Agni. One fell away from the Soma when it was hurt. One they call the seed of virtuous and powerful Apha, the watery molecules. Let that triple gold be for your long life. So Hindu tradition says gold is a divine element. It purifies anything it touches. It is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightening. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse the sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity.
Gold is present in all scriptures, Agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas and Puranas. In all the Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and the purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built on gold, exchanged in gold. Ritual feasts were offered in gold bricks. When one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritualistic fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equal amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold. The streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. Horses, cows were dressed in gold.
So Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called Hiranmaya, river of gold in Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was called Hiranyavartani in Atharva Veda. So gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years and it lasts forever.
What are the various ways we can connect with the Devi Parashakti to offer our gratitude, love, and devotion? The first is the E-Hundi offering. Bhakti Priya, Bhakti Gamya, Bhakti Vashya, Bhaya Baha, Shambhavi Sharadaratya, Shalmani Shalmadagini. Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over through devotion. She removes all the fears.
So if there is any fear in the minds of devotee, Devi is sure to remove that fear. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. So here it is meant that autumn of our lives, when thoughts turn more and more inwards, the role of the divine is known and understood very clear. So the need for Devi worship, it becomes stronger. So you can offer this E-Hundi offering, your deep gratitude and devotion to Parashakti as your Kanikai, and your name shall be chanted during your puja to Parashakti.
The next offering that we have to Devi Parashakti is the offering of Sankalpa, which is just $1 where you offer your intention to receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti. Taitan mohyate vishwam shaiva vishwam prasuyate saya chitta jivajanam tushtaruddhim prayachati. The goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in the materialistic sense. Offering of the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution, blesses the person offering with all the fruition of the desires and the wishes that he is earning for. So the Sankalpa chanting is just $1 you can per person. So you can receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti every time she lands. Make it a point to offer the Sankalpa. Put the names of your family members who can receive the blessings of Devi Parashakti and eternally be blessed by her presence. Now you may ask, is only by offering Sankalpa will we be receiving the blessings? See, whenever you have an intention to connect with the Devi Parashakti connects with you. When you make an offering of a ritual, that becomes a very physical experience for you, right? When Devi Parashakti lands, Swamiji himself said, offer the bell leaves and the beetle and offer just some small coin offering. This is just so that when you make it as a ritual, it becomes a part of your muscle memory and biomemory. The experience is real. It is not some mental experience. It's a physical experience. Just like that, when you make these sankalpas, see, you can always connect and pray to Devi, but when you actually take an action of going and paying that $1 and filling the form and entering the names of your family members, that intention literally becomes a part of your muscle memory and biomemory. So it manifests as reality in your life with Devi's blessings.
So next offering is the offering of the Sahasranama Swarna Kasu. So Nama Parayana Prita. The Lalita Sahasranama very beautifully explains she who likes the repetition of her various names. So this is the offering of 1008 names of Devi Parashakti and is a very special and unique archana which is offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. So you can offer this golden coin which is inscribed with each of the 1008 names of Parashakti and receive her blessings to have all the Ananda Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Devi Parashakti. You can offer it at $75 or $151 or $251.
The next offering that we have is that of the finger ring with a pearl. Muktahara lasat kirita ruchiram purnendu bhakta prabham sinjannu purakinkini manidaram padma prabhabasuram sarvabhishta palapradam girisudam vani ramasevitam meenakshim pranadosmi santatamaham karunyavaram nidhim. I bow to Goddess Meenakshi, who's known as the garland of pearls, and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones, and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is ever worshipped by Goddess Vani and Rama. I remain bowing to Goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. Offer the finger ring and receive the blessings to be showered by her compassion and pure love in all your business endeavors. So the offering of the finger ring with a pearl comes in 3 different sizes: $251, $501 and $750. The finger ring offering in different sizes. So you can go to tiny.cc/Devi-offerings and go ahead and make the offering, literally offering of a finger ring with a pearl.
The next offering is the offering of Swarna Padma Pushpam, the golden lotus. So the Kamigagama beautifully explains that all the kalasas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with new cloth. They should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold.
There are hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involves consecration of deities or worship, or meditating on the mudras and asanas used during worship involves the lotus flower, lotus leaf, lotus pericap, lotus petals. The lotus itself is a divine flower. Now, Shakti of Paramashiva is also called as lotus. The base of the Paramashiva linga is a lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as a lotus about to bloom. So offer the golden lotus, the Swarna Padma Pushpa, the golden lotus flower to Devi Parashakti, and be blessed to have the state space powers and the very being of Parashakti in your inner space amidst every situation in your life. The offering of the golden lotus is only $600 US, and you can visit tiny.cc/Devi-offerings to make this contribution and offering.
The next offering is the offering of Swarnamitti, the golden touring to Devi Parashakti. So beautifully, the Shastra Pramana, it says, "You whose brightness from toenails destroys the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet." So you whose brightness from your 2 feet empowers that of the lotus flower.
Offer the touring to Devi Parashakti, adorning her sacred feet to be in the space of constant gratitude for receiving the blessings in the most difficult situation of your life. Always, literally anything to do with the feet is nothing but just catching the feet, holding on to the feet strongly. Whatever happens in life, you know Devi Parashakti is there, the cosmic mother is there protecting you, and remembering her and offering your gratitude to Devi Parashakti.
The next offering is the offering of Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry. So Sudhasarabi Varshini, she who makes the nectar flow in all our nerves from the Sahasrara, so she who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. The Mangtika, it represents the nectar which is flowing from the Sahasrara chakra, which is fully opened. So you can offer this golden hair jewelry, this Swarna Mangtika, to Parashakti at $750.
And offer the Swarna Mangtika.
Yes.
Offer the Mangtika to Devi and receive the blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and the space of complete compassion, complete completion. So experience completion in your inner space and express it as overflowing gratitude to Devi Parashakti. So the hairline jewelry is only $750. You can make this offering by visiting tiny.cc/Devi-offerings.
The next offering is the offering of Pratyaksha Pada Puja to Devi Parashakti. So the 83rd shloka of Saundarya Lahari, it states that the nails have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. Tamo Guna is darkness, and in this shloka, tamas is indicative of ignorance in the minds of devotees. And by constantly prostrating before Devi, their ignorance is removed and they attain knowledge. So you can offer this Pratyaksha Pada Puja and receive the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and all the auspiciousness. So we have an upcoming Guru Purnima Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So you can also avail that opportunity and offer it to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and receive all the auspiciousness from it. You can offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja at $1,008.
The next offering we have is that of the Vastra Seva. Offering of the Vastra Seva blesses the Yajaman with all the auspiciousness. Vastra Seva is offering of the cloth. So it is a part of the Pratyaksha Pada Puja ritual. Now when you register and offer for the Vastra Seva, you offer the clothing for Devi Parashakti and to be blessed with all the auspiciousness and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
So here we have the list of all the offerings which you can offer to Parashakti today. So the e-hundi offering, so you can offer as any amount as a kanika, the dakshina to Parashakti. The next is the sankalpa chanting, the Devi Sahasranama Kasu, Mukta Anguti, the Swarna Padma Pushpam, the Swarna Metti, the Swarna Mamtika, Pratyaksha Pada Puja, and the Vastra Seva.
Now, how can you make these offerings? By visiting the online site. We have an online payment link, tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. So that's the first step that you will take to go ahead and make any offering that you want, whether it is a Pada Puja, whether it is a hairline jewelry. That is what is the link that you will visit to offer. Then after you make the payment, you can go to tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021 and you can submit the details of your family members whom you want to benefit it by making this Sankalpa offering. So I will give you a few minutes to go ahead and make the offering. Now I'll take you through a step-by-step walkthrough on how you can make the offering. So if you visit tiny.cc/Devi-offerings, the link that is projected on the screen, on the topmost link, it will get you to this page, Parashakti Bhavasamadhi Darshan donations. And in the sevas, you can choose any of the seva. Let's say I choose the golden lotus flower, which is just $600. So I go ahead and click on add to cart. If you want to increase the quantity, if you want to offer 2 flowers or 3 flowers, you can do that. So here I'm just putting 1 flower and then I click on add to cart. Now, when you click on add to cart, it shows all the items that you have in your cart and what is the total amount that you are going to purchase today. So for me, it shows $600. So I'm just going to click the back button on my browser and go back to the page because I want to add, let's say I also want to offer Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So you can add any number of offerings. So let's say Pratyaksha Pada Puja, immediately it says $1,008. I add to cart. So now I have offered, I'm offering a golden lotus and I'm offering Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Now again, I will go back and say now I want to also add the Sankalpa chanting for 5 of my family members. So I click on Sankalpa chanting, which is only $1, and I increase the quantity to 5 and click on add to cart. So now all the items that are there, multiple offerings that I have chosen, all of them are in the cart. I go ahead and check the quantity, check the price, go ahead and check the total, and I click on proceed to checkout. Now, when you click on proceed to checkout, it comes to the final page where you get to enter the billing details and then the card details, the CVV number. Click on I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions of the website and click on place order. Okay. And go ahead and place the order. So this is the link for the site tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. Here you choose an offering and you make an online payment. Now, after you make the payment, now next what you have to do is visit the link tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. And that link leads to this page where you enter the names of your family members whom you want to benefit it by making this offering. So you click on next, you agree to the terms and conditions. You enter your details. Enter all your details. And then at the bottom, you choose Devi. Excuse me. You choose Devi Bhava Samadhi Darshan, and then you click on next, where you can enter the names of your family members whom you want benefited through this offering. So this is the site tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. Next, I will share with you also a very beautiful and a very easy option for you to go ahead and make an offering to Kailasa, which is by going to the YouTube Super Chat. Now, in the YouTube Super Chat, in the YouTube live chat, on the right side you see a chat, and below the chat you see the custom emoji, and then you see a dollar symbol. Now, when you click on that dollar symbol, you have three options that shows up. Join. You can join the channel as a member and away the exclusive membership privileges. And we have 5 different membership options: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and premium. Each of them have access to exclusive content and being able to be a part of Kailasa's offering. And only the members of the HDH Nithyananda channel will be able to ask questions live in the YouTube chat. The YouTube chat alone is restricted only to the members, whereas Facebook, Instagram, all these are open to anybody. But the YouTube live chat during the darshan, only during the darshan time, is restricted only to the members of the channel. So you click on join. As you click on join, the payment pop-up will show up where you can add your credit card, debit card, all your PayPal details, and you can go ahead and make the payment. That's for joining the channel as a member. Second is super chat. Now, in the super chat option, you can offer any amount as a super chat, from just $1, $11, or $111, or $1,011. What you would like to offer, you can go ahead and click on that, and then click on buy and send. Now, when you click on buy and send, typically the same pop-up comes up. So if you have already saved the card details, you can directly pay with your card, or if you have already set up PayPal, you can play with that, or you can set it up now. So this is the super chat. And then the third option that we have is that of the super sticker. So when you click on the dollar symbol, click on the super sticker option, where an animated GIF along with your support and offering to Kailasa, you also want to share an animated GIF where you can offer that you are grateful. You can visually, through stickers, you can express how you feel about this offering. So with that, we come to the conclusion of this segment, that we connect with Devi Parashakti and make some kind of a contribution or offering in the form of sevas, in the form of e-hundi offering, whatever way you want, find a way and connect with Devi Parashakti. With that, we are now moving on to the next segment of today's program, where we are going to share with you about the multi-layer quarantine facility that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is providing in Adi Kailasa Savinyapita after a short break.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam. Now let's go to the next segment where we're going to look into the Kailasa's multi-layered quarantine opportunity for India during COVID-19. Before we get into the segment, let us see what are the revelations from Devi Parashakti, especially on the situation in India, which has been really deteriorating because of the ongoing pandemic. Devi Parashakti has revealed that India is the biggest spiritual land where enlightened beings happen again and again, flower as enlightened beings and benefit the entire world. We cannot afford to lose the only Bharadam. We cannot lose the enlightenment womb. In order to save the cosmos from the cosmic deluge, Devi Parashakti, she built a ship called Adi Kailasa. In order to protect the humanity from the cosmic deluge, Devi Parashakti, I, gathered together all the spiritual energy of the cosmos and built the ship called Adi Kailasa. Due to the cunning strategy of the treacherous people and the ruling of the enemies, the captain of the ship itself had to leave the ship, which here it is the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. After building this huge spiritual enlightenment ecosystem for the entire world, Adi Kailasa, the captain of the ship, he had to leave the ship because of the ongoing persecution on him by the anti-Hindu elements. Now, let all come and take a good bath, get protected and healed, and get all the benefits. Make use of the ship which I built out of huge grace and compassion, and protect yourselves from the huge cosmic deluding destructive dance. For India, I made a ship as the protection, the Nithyananda Navapashana Lingam in Vaidya Sarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa. Crores of people will come there looking for health, Navapashana water, feast and medicine to get the health and protection and the enlightenment. For all of them, give the Annadan to protect India from this great destruction. I, Parashakti, made this huge ship. Even if the captain is not there, the ship is there. It is the grace and compassion of Devi Parashakti and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to make this huge protection for the whole of the world to protect themselves from the ongoing pandemic. Swamiji further revealed that at least 6 months before, I became aware that the multi-layer quarantine is needed to protect the world. If you are in India and if you want to protect your immediate family or the extended family, anyone who will listen to you, get them immediately to our campuses. So now, in the next segment, let us look into what is the current state of affairs in India and also especially in the world because of the ongoing pandemic, and how is the world suffering today. The total number of deaths, it has crossed more than 3 million. The current state in India struggles to track the COVID variants. India's woeful tracking of COVID variants could jeopardize the world's fight against COVID-19. Several experts have warned, even as a variant first found here spreads its claws overseas. With less than 0.1% of all the COVID-positive samples sent for genetic studies, India ranks behind over 100 countries. So this is one of the important issues that the medical infrastructure in India is facing, because they're not able to track the second COVID wave, COVID variants, and therefore people who are tested negative still have the symptoms, and after a few days they struggle for breath and they even lose their lives because they are not being detected COVID on the right time. That's because of the struggle that the medical infrastructure is facing. The RT-PCR methods is not able to detect the COVID variants. Over 37.42 lakh samples tested for COVID-19 and 20.44 lakh in last 24 hours, says ICMR, the Indian Council of Medical Research. And here we have saying that the high death toll is still a concern in India and the coronavirus cases recede. And we have several articles talking about how the government is now underplaying the stats despite several people being dead without even being detected. And we have here 17,000 plus infections in Tamil Nadu, 16,000 plus infections in Kerala, and 11,000 plus infections in Maharashtra, and 11,000 infections in Karnataka. That's being detected on every single day. In Hyderabad, we have about 3,400 deaths that's been detected on June 11th. And in Bihar, it climbs up to 10,000 a couple of days before. And the next important revelation that's already been revealed by Devi Parashakti on 31st of May 2021, when she's told that the primary contributor to COVID-19 is actually airborne disease. That's what the researchers also confirmed today, that it is airborne transmission that's being the primary contributor to COVID-19 spread. Earlier, it was water droplet transmission. That's the mode of transmission that's been accepted by the researchers all over the world. Now, the researchers come into consensus saying that it could be the airborne transmission, which is the primary contributor to the COVID-19 spread. Now, there's the second very important issue that India is facing today is the secondary infections like the black fungus, white fungus, yellow fungus, etc. These fungal infections are prone to people who are who have recovered COVID infections, and number one. Number two, who have got vaccinated. In both the cases, their immunity levels are lowered to an extent that they are much prone to these kind of secondary infections like black fungus. And the sad state of affairs is that the mortality rate of this black fungus infection is about 70%. And today it grows up to 150% in 3 weeks. Deaths over 2,100 people are dead. And the most important thing is that the increase in black fungal numbers is driven by the severe shortage of the key drug amphotericin B to treat the affected patients. So the drug shortage is also there, which is also causing to this woofing number of deaths that's been observed for the black fungal infections. And today we have seen news. There are people who are smuggling these drugs across different states. So the situation is not great, mainly because the medical infrastructure is not able to support this huge amount of infections that people are facing, and we are not able to cope up with the basic infrastructure of providing the necessary medicines to people. Black fungus, a new scare in India as the second COVID wave ebbs. As the devastating second wave of COVID ebbs with less than 100,000 new cases reported on Tuesday, India is now battling a new scare, which is black fungus. And on Monday, the health minister has declared about 28,000 cases of fungal infection has been reported. And the highest number of cases are being recorded in Maharashtra, followed by Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Haryana, Karnataka, Delhi, and Andhra Pradesh. Now, let us move to the next segment, where we are going to see how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened the doors of Kailasa to all without exception during this pandemic time to protect people from this ongoing pandemic. So before we move to the next segment, let's have a short break. We'll be right back.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
The totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution.
Nithyananda, and welcome back to each and every one. Welcome back to this segment on the Adi Kailasa ship, the only savior for this ongoing global pandemic of COVID-19. When the first world countries closed their borders on everyone during this massive global emergency, Kailasa is the only nation which has opened its doors to all without exception. Kailasa in India has opened free COVID care centers across the whole India, which ranges from Adi Kailash in Bidadi, Bangalore, Salem Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Thiruvannamalai Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Rajapalayam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Pudavai Adinam in the state of Pondicherry, Pattanam Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Siragapadi Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Sripuram Adinam in Hyderabad, Madurai Adinam in Tamil Nadu, Avattipalayam Adinam in Erode in Tamil Nadu, Hosur Adinam in Tamil Nadu. Close to a dozen free COVID care centers open across India for serving humanity, for providing care and protection to one and all to save one's lives from the COVID pandemic. Kailasa is the only nation that has rushed to aid India as it finds itself on the verge of the COVID-19 third wave. As Devi Parashakti revealed, around September to October of this year, India is going to face a devastating impact of the third wave of COVID-19, literally as the Kirimi Bhojanam, or the hell as described in the Hindu scriptures, has already landed in India. To face that, Kailasa has opened multiple free COVID care centers across India. Various humanitarian services are being offered during this pandemic in all of Kailasa's de facto spiritual embassies across India, and various spiritual services in the form of counseling, spiritual care, healing is being offered during this pandemic in all of the adinams across India, so that people are enabled on all levels: physical medical care, mental health care, psychological well-being, in every which way. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism helping humanity to overcome, to tide past this massive crisis in the form of the corona pandemic. To just mention a few of the free humanitarian services being offered during this pandemic across Kailasas across various de facto spiritual embassies of Kailasa in India. We have medical care in the form of all forms of medicine, all branches, be it allopathy or holistic care like allopathy, like Ayurveda, Siddha, naturopathy, fire safety and equipment maintenance, so that even when we have people coming to the COVID care centers, large numbers of people, we ensure that besides the medical care and the spiritual care that we offer, we also have physical safety in the form of fire safety so that there are no fire hazards. Infrastructure to accommodate thousands of people is being made ready. Accommodation, housing is being made ready in the form of a unique multi-layer quarantine facility as ordained by, as guided directly by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, so that one is not forced out of circumstance to be made to interact with people who could potentially be carriers of corona. Emergency ambulances and literally intensive care unit on wheels have been made ready. Various emergency equipments, protective medical equipments, protective medical care is being ready. Personal protective medical equipments as well as groceries being preserved, collected so that Annadan can be offered, free food offering to one and all. And the food being served is, needless to say, as per the Bhaga Shastra, sattvic, healthy, organic food, which is made right from the farms in Adi Kailash, where organic farming in various ways is being done, including vertical gardening. So, if you want to avail of this unique, important, mandatory practically facility being opened, being offered by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Kailasa, you can register right now in the link https://kailasa.org/Kailasa care. Please note KAILASA.org/KAILASACARE. So just take a few seconds so that you can register yourself at this ID. And here we will just get into just a glimpse of what exactly is happening in the sacred space of Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Pitha. We have here just captured a few glimpses, which has also been posted across various social media. One can see here Kailasa's Ministry of Infrastructure in Adi Kailasa working tirelessly, where the sannyasis, volunteers, disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism are working to provide and make ready the housekeeping facilities available for one and all coming to Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Pitham, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has opened the campus to provide a safe haven from the COVID-19 pandemic to all those seeking protection during these perilous times. One can see here the Department of Housing in action, responsible for building multi-layered quarantine living spaces, planning, construction, community development, protection of the environment, and other environmental conservation efforts. As one knows, Sanatana Hindu Dharma has evolved as a scientific analytical civilization, and over thousands of years with unbiased intelligence, have perfected the building of village and town structures for actually preventing pandemics. That system, which is the most powerful and intelligent way of housing, with the right social structure, is being revived under the guidance of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Just about yesterday, what was happening here, as one can see in the pictures, we have the whole housing facilities being readied in every which way, where the disciples and the sannyasis, in a very blissful way, are working together to make ready accommodation and housing for the thousands who are going to arrive and the hundreds who are already pouring into the Adi Kailasa Sarvagni Peetham.
So you can see here more glimpses from the Department of Housing, where you can see all the Kailayavasis and the residents and even the volunteers, whoever have come here as a refuge to protect themselves from COVID. They are inspired by this lifestyle. They want to contribute. So they also participate in full swing to facilitate the requirements that is needed to accommodate hundreds and hundreds of people coming in for the protection from the COVID pandemic. And here you have more glimpses about the morning spiritual routine that all the participants here do today, which makes it up to first 5 hours of anyone's day, which is the most important, fundamental and vital practice of a seeker, anyone who is in the path to achieve the enlightenment, the Paramashivatva, and to achieve the ultimate superconscious space of Paramashivoham. So it is not just the medical infrastructure, food, accommodation and internet facilities. Their spiritual needs, every being's spiritual needs is completely taken care by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in these COVID care protection centers. So all the participants really enjoy this 5 hours of morning routine, spiritual routine, where they perform yoga and puja and then watch Swamiji's satsang. You can see the participants doing the puja. And more glimpses from the Department of Housing, where they also involve themselves in organic farming and gardening. And these are some of the updates from the Kailasa's Department of Health and Human Services, which makes the traditional kashayams, the ancient medicines, to protect the residents from the COVID and pandemic infections. So here the residents are being administered the steam inhalation of various herbs such as tulsi, eucalyptus, and turmeric leaves, all of which are organically grown within the Adi Kailasa campus. It is the mission of Kailasa's Department of Human Services to create and enable people navigate through COVID-19 crisis to move forward with their life and rediscover their possibilities and self-sufficiency. Kailasa's Department of Human Services is providing all the essential needs such as housing, electricity, internet communications, security, heating and cooling, common area maintenance, counseling, overall immunity building, pollution-free atmosphere, medical care, enlightened lifestyle, and living for every citizen, training people to enhance their well-being and superconsciousness. Here you can see the Kailasa's Department of Health in collaboration with Kailasa's Department of Agriculture in Adi Kailasa continue to grow organically and make the traditional kashayams, as we mentioned in the previous slide. The Department of Agriculture is the governing body for all the agriculture efforts and food-related activities to ensure all the Adi Kailaya Vasis and the people who have come here for COVID Care Protection Center are fed nutritiously. The food that is being provided is toxin free and that is filled with Vedagamic compliance ingredients. And it also runs and maintains the organic farms of Adi Kailasa. The department has been researching and implementing environmental friendly, sustainable, economic friendly methods of agriculture, including vertical farming, chemical and pesticide free agriculture, usage of natural non-GMO seeds, agriculture harmonious with other forms of life, that is the animal forms in Goshala, or the non-violent farming, not harming the other forms of life. That is why you see in Adi Kailasa, the living beings of all various species, everybody has some space. They beautifully grow, coexist together. That is because of all the practices that is being guided directly by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Everything is conflict-free, sustainable practices. So, and here we have some updates from the Department of Maintenance, who completed the final cleaning checklist of the new accommodation facility. The team verified that the bedrooms are clean, tidy, and they are pest-free. There is sufficient electrical wall outlet for the number of residents in each room to prevent overloading. The cots are placed at sufficient distance. So these are all some of the updates from the maintenance department of Kailasa's Department of Maintenance, who's working on getting the place and the facility ready. The Department of Housing also conducted the resource assessment, which included the inspection of all the bed mattresses to ensure that they are clean and comfortable. The department also ensured the eco-friendly coir mattresses are provided to the guests. So the Department of Maintenance from the Department of Infrastructure verified that the bedrooms are clean, tidy, and pest-free, and there's sufficient electrical wall outlet, as mentioned previously. More updates from the Department of Maintenance. A family of devotees from Bangalore have grown organically mango orchids as per the injunctions laid out in the Vedas and in Agamas as revealed by Paramashiva. Being true to the powerful cognition in the Taittiriya Upanishad, Annam Bahukura Vita, that means grow food in abundance and share with the world. The family of devotees have donated around 700 mangoes to Adi Kailasa's protective, preventive, multi-layered quarantine facility. You can see because all these efforts is all inclusive and benefiting the society. Everybody is coming together. Everybody is coming together to ensure that the needs are met and how we can make this place more and more blissful. So the Kailasa's Department of Agriculture in Adi Kailasa, upon receiving the generous donation, made the first offering as the Nevedya to Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva. In Hinduism, the first and foremost offering of anything is manifested in one's life is made to the divine, is made to Paramashiva. So this offering is made to Paramashiva himself, and then it's distributed to all the participants who have come here for protecting themselves from ongoing pandemic. Now, in this series, we have a wonderful video where Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Swamiji, has personally prepared the Navapashana concoction using the 1008 herbs. It is a scene to be seen because you can clearly see how Swamiji has micromanaged, how he has guided the whole preparation. So what we see today as the 21 feet Navapashana Lingam, Nithyananda Ananda Lingam in Adi Kailasa is personally prepared. This whole concoction is being personally prepared and guided by Swamiji. So we're going to watch this video today. So it's going to be really interesting for all the viewers. So stay tuned and we'll play the video now. And we'll get back to the session after we watch the video.
நீர் வேணாம், உருண்டை பிடிக்கலாம் இருந்தா போதும். பிடிச்ச உடனே எல்லாம் இடத்துல அடுக்கணும், வேகட்டும் உடமாக. அப்படியே அதுலேயே போடு. போக நவபாஷாணத்திலே பண்ணி வச்சிட்டாரு. அந்த நவபாஷாணத்தோட 1008 மூலிகைகளையும் சேர்த்து பண்றோம், சேர்த்து சுதாமூர்த்தியா பண்ணி வைக்கிறோம். அதப்பா உருண்டையெல்லாம் எடுத்து அடுத்து பாக்கல, நல்லா வேகட்டும். உள்ள அடுக்கு மேல அடுக்கு என்ன ஹீட்டு பத்தியா? அந்த நெருப்பு கிட்ட போய் அவளை வீட்டுக்காரு, இந்த நெருப்பு எங்க ஹீட்டா இருக்கணும். காரணம் எரிஞ்சது எரியுது, சாம்பலாக்குறோம். குடம் போடுறதுக்கு அப்படியே போட்டு இன்னும் எவ்வளவு இருக்கு சாம்பார்? உருண்டை பிடிச்ச பாதி ஆயிடுச்சுல, மொத்தமா எரிச்சு வரும்போது பாத்தீங்கன்னா சும்மா ஒரு இவ்வளவுதான் இருக்கும். புடம் போட்டு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இவ்வளவுதான் இருக்கும், சும்மா ஒரு படிதான் இருக்கும். பாரு எத்தனை அந்த அதுல முக்கா சாம்பல் இருந்ததுல, அதை புடம் புடிச்சிட்டீங்க, இவ்வளவுதான் இருப்பாரு. எல்லா உருண்டையும் அடிக்கிறீங்களா? எல்லாமே நாலஞ்சு தட்டுல மாற்றி மாற்றி அடுத்து கூட அடிச்சு எரியும். பூத்து வருது பாத்தியா, அந்த சாம்பல் இருக்கு பாரு, அந்த மாதிரி மொத்தமா வேணும். அதுக்கப்புறம் திரும்ப அதை நெய் ஊற்றி இப்ப ஜலிச்சு திரும்ப அதை நெய் ஊற்றி உருண்டை பிடிச்சி எரிக்கணும். சும்மாவே கல்விக்கு போறாங்க பண்ணுங்க, என்ன நல்லா பாஷா வந்தீங்கன்னு வீடியோவை பிடிச்சி வச்சுடா, பிடிச்சி வச்சு காமி ஜனங்களுக்கு. நம்ம அலுமினி பாத்திரத்தை பிடிக்காங்க, முடிச்சுட்டு
செப்பு பிராஷ் ஏதாவது பாத்திரம் வச்சு அதில் பிடிங்க. ஆனால் அது அங்கே சாப்பிட ஜாஸ்தியா அடுத்து பிடிக்கிறதுனா அப்போ நல்லா வேவும். உடம்போட போட சாஃப்ட் பார்ட்டிகிள்ஸ் மாதிரி இருந்தா அப்ப என்ன ஆகும், குழைச்சோம்னா அப்படியே கப்புன்னு சில பிடிச்சிடும். புரியுதா? பண்ணிட முடியும். மெடிசனல் குவாலிட்டி ஜாஸ்தி ஆகிடும். கியூர் ஆக ஆக இதுல சேர்க்கிற மெடிசன் வந்து குணம் கெடாம இருக்கும். சாலிட் பார்ட்டிகிள்ஸ் இருக்கிறது இதுல சேர்க்கிற மெடிசனோட குவாலிட்டி குறைஞ்சிரும். இது மெடிசன் பேஸ் தானே இது. போடாத, உடைச்சிடாத. நிறைய இருக்கலாம் கொடுக்குறோம். இதை என்ன நீங்க தெரியுமா இருக்கும். லட்டாடி பிடிக்கிறீங்க.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
welcome back.
Yes, I hope all the viewers had a wonderful. Yeah, please go ahead, Ma.
I was just going to say that before we jump into the next segment, that was a historical moment when, or rather moments, a series of moments when, as all of us saw, it seemed to be such a casual happening. You can see just a so very informal, friendly, casual atmosphere, ambience in Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapeetham, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism just sitting very casually around the Homakunda and guiding the sannyasis as to how to make that Navapashana mix. And as you would have observed, it is unlike the only existing Navapashana structure that we know of, which is the Murti of Muruga made by Bogar in what exists today as the Palani temple. Other than that, there exists no such structure which is still alive, made of the Navapashana. And as Bhagwan said, the Navapashana mix which he made during this process which we just saw way back in 2008 was not just the 9 components which go into the Navapashana traditionally, but also it is mixed with 1008 Ayurvedic herbs, making what he referred to as the Sudhamurti. That is what is the constitution of this unique, marvelous 21 feet Anandalinga, which is standing today in the Vaidya Sarovar in Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapeetham, and which, as Devi Parashakti revealed, is the ship, literally the Adi Kailasa ship, which is going to take everyone to safety. Whoever comes and takes the Tirtham from this Vaidya Sarovar, from the sacred waters, or has a bath in the waters of the Vaidya Sarovar, will simply be protected and death cannot touch them. So this, what went into this magical constitution, we just saw a glimpse of that in that short video clip that we all just witnessed in the form of this, the making of this Anandalinga in the Adi Kailasa Sarvanyapeetham years back, as Devi said, way back in 2008, when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had already anticipated what is coming, and he wanted to make this ship ready. And ironically, as Devi also said, even though the captain of the ship was driven away by the anti-Hindu terrorist militants, yet out of his immense grace and compassion, he still made the ship ready so that all of humanity can benefit out of it.
Next is the Adi Kailasa's COVID care protection centers, offering shelters for all the living beings. Just before we get into that segment, let's quickly catch up on the contributions of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism through various international affiliations that he has created, using Saffron Om, which is working for the world peace, conflict resolution, and religious freedom. Red Om, which works for providing relief work for natural and man-made calamities, working to eliminate the world hunger. Blue Om, which is working for animal rights and prevention of cruelty towards animals. Then is the White Om, providing psychological healing, spiritual counseling, and a superconscious breakthrough. Then we have Yellow Om, which is providing Satvidya, yogic Ayurvedic solutions and medical care, including access to libraries and knowledge. Next, we have Green Om, working for the protection of the environment. So these international agencies that are established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism works with several institutions to and people all around the world to enable these services for the humanity.
The importance of what is required today, which is harmonious coexistence of one and all, not only living beings, but all that exists. As the Upanishads declare, there is nothing called non-living. It is everything exists that exists is energy. Isha Vasyam Idagum Sarvam is what the Isa Vasya Upanishad declares primarily. And that is what world leaders are realizing, recognizing today. Unfortunately, in a very, probably a little bit too late. As you can see over here, before meeting the leaders of the world's major economic powers at the G7 summit in the UK, Antonio Guterres said he was concerned that the richest nations have pumped billions of dollars more into fossil fuels than clean energy since the pandemic, despite their promises of a green recovery. Yes, environment friendliness, it may sound a term which is only discussed in some few summits, international summits, in a one-odd way, but that is not what can be sustained. It is something that really needs to be corrected, because the pandemic is not just happening, which is a disease outbreak. It is an outcome of a combination of factors, including how Devi Parashakti said that about abuse that human beings have done on various levels to environment, to planet Earth, to Bhudevi, and that is what we are all suffering today. The extreme arrogance of human beings of treating this Mother Earth as a utility item.
And we have here the sperm whale washes ashore, dies on the Shell Island, necropsy planned. It's been many years since we've dealt with large whale. These standings can be caused by anything. It could be contaminants, weather conditions, and natural toxins. We haven't seen any signs of human interaction. So you can see how the impact of environmental pollution on the living beings, and how the planet Earth is losing species after species because of human interventions. So now we have the global services under the Kailasa's Department of State from the Saffron Om, working for world peace, conflict resolution, and religious freedom. Here we have a red Om, where you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself is spearheading, and he's guiding and doing the relief work for natural and man-made calamities, working to eliminate the world hunger. So this particular picture is from the Thane flood relief in Pondicherry region in 2012, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, along with all the peacekeepers of Kailasa, involving in the relief efforts, free organic food distribution. We have here the Blue Om, working for animal rights and prevention of cruelty towards animals. In Hinduism, cows are worshipped and endeared as Gaumata, who embodies about 330 million deities and is a form of Cosmic Mother herself. So the picture beautifully depicts the Gaumata and her calf spending time with the Balasants, the child saints of Nithyananda Gurukul in Adi Kailasa. Next, we have here the White Om, providing the psychological healing, spiritual counseling, and a superconscious breakthrough. The picture that you're seeing is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, where he's organized a meditation program for the engineering college students in 2008 as part of Kailasa's White Om services. Next, we have Yellow Om, providing Satvidya, which is yogic Ayurvedic solutions and medical care, including access to libraries and knowledges. So the first picture is from Kailasa's many of the medical camps set up during the relief efforts for Thane flood in 2012 in India. And you also find the free yoga classes held around the world, organized by the Yellow international agencies for all the people of all ages. Next, you have the Green Om working for the protection of the environment. You can see organic fruits, vegetables, and grains cultivated by the peacekeepers of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The produce is offered as Annadan, which is the charitable service of providing free organic meals to everyone through various embassies and centers of Kailasa. You can also see the glimpses from the Kailasa's Department of Environment and Animals. You can see how blissfully the Kailavasis are interacting with the living beings in Kailasa. These cow sheds, the goshalas, provide such safe and protective space for all the living beings in Adi Kailash, and where they are treated as gods themselves. Now, the sad state of affairs, what the world is now going through, is the COVID-19 is spreading from humans to animals. The novel coronavirus has hit the human race hard for over 5 months now. It's not just the 5 months, more than a year now, but we are not the only species that is suffering. The effects of COVID-19 on animals came to forefront when cats, dogs, and even tigers were tested positive for COVID-19. Several 19 or gorilla. So the distribution has tested positive for this COVID-19. And on this, the Kailasa's COVID care centers opening the doors of Kailasa for not just for people, where Swamiji has opened it for all the living beings. You can see how beautifully and blissfully the living beings of Kailasa are all happily enjoying in the COVID care protection centers in Adi Kailash. So if you want to be part of this greatest happening, where you feel you can you are Adi Kailash, you can join the COVID care centers of Adi Kailash. So next we have participants from the COVID care protection centers from Adi Kailash who are joining the show today to share their experiences of how did they make it happen to Adi Kailash and what are their experiences here. Short break, we'll be right back.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, welcome back, everyone. And we have with us
Yes.
a beautiful family ready for our sharing.
Yes, Nithyanandamaya, we have Sri Nithya Krishnagadhanandaya and Parvati Ma from Tamil Nadu who have joined us today in our show, who's going to share their experiences of being in Adi Kailasa. Nithyanandama. எஸ் வணக்கங்கய்யா. உங்களுடைய ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்துட்டு நம்மளுடைய தமிழ்நாட்டுல இப்ப இருக்க முதல்ல இருக்கிற நிலைமை எப்படி போயிட்டு இருக்கு? கோவிடோடைய நிலைமையை பத்தி என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்க?
அதுதான் இப்ப நான் வந்து ஆதிக்காயம் வந்து 20 நாள் ஆச்சு. தமிழ்நாட்டுல இப்ப வந்து அதான் ரொம்ப, அதாவது புயல் மாதிரி, இப்ப சுனாமி மாதிரி அந்த கொரோனா அரக்கன் வந்து எல்லாம் கொரோனா அரக்கன் வந்து அப்படியே புயல் மாதிரி எல்லாத்தையும் ஒரே சமயத்துல அட்டாக் ஆச்சு. ஒரே சமயத்துல அட்டாக் ஆகும். எல்லா இடத்துலயும் பார்த்தாலுமே ஃபீவர், அந்த சிம்டம்ஸ் எல்லா இடத்துலயுமே அந்த இதை பார்க்க முடிஞ்சிச்சு. என்னோட ஃபேமிலி மெம்பர்ஸ், என்னோட க்ளோஸ் ரிலேஷன்ஸ், என்னோட சிஸ்டர்ஸ் எல்லாமே இதுல பாதிக்கப்பட்டாங்க. என்னோட அம்மா கூட இதுல பாதிக்கப்பட்டாங்க மறைமுகமா. அதாவது வந்து அவங்க 85 வயசு. அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஹாஸ்பிட்டலைசேஷன்ஸ் கடைசியா அந்த ஒரு 5 days பண்ண முடியல. என்னால பெட்டே கிடைக்கல. அந்த அளவுக்கு அவங்க இயற்கையா கோவிட் இல்லைனாலும் அந்த ஹாஸ்பிட்டலைசேஷன் அவங்களுக்கு கொடுக்க முடியாது. எனக்கு ஒரு பெரிய வருத்தமா தான் இருந்துச்சு. ரொம்பவும் எங்க பார்த்தாலுமே உயிர்கள் வந்து சர்வசாதாரணமாக இறந்துட்டு இருந்தாங்க. ஒரு பெரிய ஷாக்கா இருந்துச்சு எனக்கு. அந்த ஷாக்கா இருக்கும். அப்புறம் பகவான்கிட்ட வந்து கேட்டோம் நாங்க, சாமிஜி வந்து எங்களை இதுல இருந்து காப்பாத்துங்க அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். பகவானுமே எல்லாத்துக்குமே, பக்தர்களுக்குமே எல்லாத்துக்குமே வந்து அடைக்கலம் கொடுத்தாரு. அவரோட ஆதீனத்துல வந்து எல்லாருமே வாங்க, நான் உங்களுக்கு என்னென்ன தேவையானது மெடிக்கல் கேர்ல இருந்து உணவு இருக்கிறதுக்கு எல்லா வசதி வாய்ப்பும் நான் ஏற்படுத்தி தரேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பகவான் வந்து தமிழ்நாடு மக்களுக்கும் சரி, பக்தர்களுக்கும் சரி, பொதுமக்கள் எல்லா மதத்தினராக இருந்தாலும் வாங்கன்னு சொல்லி அழைப்பு விடுச்சிருக்காரு. இது பெரிய யாருமே செய்யாத ஒரு கவர்மெண்ட் கூட இந்த சமயத்துல செய்ய முடியாது அவங்களால. அதாவது தடுப்பூசி, இப்ப கொரோனாக்கு வந்து தடுப்பூசி கூட சரியா போட முடியல அவங்களால. இது பிரிவென்ட், அது முன்னாடியே வந்து வருமுன் காக்கும். நோய் வர்றதுக்கு முன்னாடியே வந்து எப்படி காக்கணும்னு அவங்க எந்த ஸ்டெப்புமே அவங்க எடுக்கல கவர்மெண்ட். இது வந்து பகவான் இது வந்து செய்யறது பெரிய விஷயம் இது.
Yes. So what Ayya is sharing is he saw how people are suffering in Tamil Nadu without even having the hospital beds, and especially his own mother. He has seen how she was affected during this condition. Though she was not COVID patient, but she was struggling to get bed in the hospital, and he had actually lost his mother, and the government is not really preparing the people to fight, to prevent themselves getting affected from corona. At this stage, Swamiji opening his doors is such a blessing for them, and they got blessings from Swamiji to come here to Adi Kailasa, and the Swamiji opened these blessings for for not just for their family, but for the entire humanity, for them to come here and be protected from corona. ஐயா, இன்னொரு ஒரு சின்ன இது, நீங்க எப்படி இங்க வந்தீங்க? லைக் வரணும்ன்றது முடிவு பண்ணிட்டீங்க, எப்படி எந்த சிச்சுவேஷன்ஸ்ல நீங்க கிளம்பி இங்க வந்தீங்க? எப்படி இருக்கு உங்களுடைய அனுபவங்கள்?
வந்ததே பெரிய விஷயம். ஏன்னா தமிழ்நாடு லாக்டவுன் போட்டிருந்தாங்க. அப்ப பகவான்கிட்ட நாங்க கேட்டிருந்தோம், சாமிஜி எங்களுக்கு அந்த தடையை உடைச்சு கொடுங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. சாமிஜி அதெல்லாம் உடனே வந்தனா உடனே எல்லாமே கிளியர் ஆயிடும் அப்படின்னாரு பகவான். பிளெஸிங் கொடுத்தாரு. பிளெஸிங் அதாவது நீதான் ஸ்டெப் எடுக்கணும், நான் உன்னை கட்டிலாம் எடுத்துட்டு வர முடியாது, திறந்துதான் வைக்க முடியும், நம்ம தான் முயற்சி பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொன்னார் பகவான். அவர் சொல்லிட்டு சரி, எனக்கு அதுதான் தடையா இருந்துச்சு. உடனே பார்த்தா ஒரு 2 hours தமிழ்நாடு கவர்மெண்ட் ஃப்ரீ 2 days ஃப்ரீ சொல்றாங்க, லாக்டவுன் ஃப்ரீ சொல்றாங்க. அப்ப உடனே எனக்குள்ள எல்லா வேலையும் டக்குன்னு நெகட்டிவ் சர்டிபிகேட் வாங்கிட்டு உடனே அப்ப சாமி சொன்ன 3 hours அப்புறமே ஃப்ரீ சொல்றாங்க. ஃப்ரீ சொன்னோடனே நாங்க எல்லா ஸ்டெப்புமே எடுத்துட்டோம். குருவாக்கு சாமி உயிர் பத்தி நான் கவலைப்படல, ஆனா சாமி சொல்றாங்க நம்ம போயிடணும், அது என்ன நடக்க போகுதுன்னு ஃபியூச்சர் நமக்கு தெரியாது, பகவானுக்கு தான் தெரியும், பகவான் சொல்றா நம்ம செய்யணும், அவ்வளவுதான். இப்ப பகவான் இங்க இருந்தாலும் கைலாயத்துல தான் இருக்க போறோம், நம்ம போனாலும் கைலாயத்துல தான் இருக்க போறோம், அது எனக்கு தெளிவா தெரியும். ஆனா சாமிஜி சொல்றாங்க நம்ம உடனே செய்யணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு உடனே அதுக்கு உண்டான ஸ்டெப் நான் அந்த 2 hours எடுத்துட்டு உடனே வண்டியை எடுத்துட்டு கிளம்பிட்டோம். அதே மாதிரி பாத்தீங்கன்னா எல்லாமே ஃப்ரீயா இருந்துச்சு. கர்நாடகால மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் இது பண்ணாங்க, 1 hour வெயிட் பண்ண வச்சாங்க, அப்புறம் திருப்பி விட்டுட்டாங்க. அவங்களுமே ஃப்ரீயா அங்க ஜேர்னி, அதாவது எல்லாம் நம்மளோட முயற்சி இருந்தா எல்லாமே கிளியர் ஆகுற மாதிரி எல்லாமே கிளியர் பண்ணாரு பகவான். அது பெரிய ஒரு விஷயமா இருந்துச்சு.
Amazing. So what Krishnagada Ayya is sharing with us is he received blessings from Swamiji, and he had initially some obstacles, like despite lockdown, how he is going to move from one state to another state with the family, etc. But as Swamiji blessed, he immediately thought, if Swamiji has told there is something, that I need to really do it. So whether I'm here or there, I'm going to be with Swamiji in Kailasa, but I need to fulfill what Swamiji has given me as Guruva. So he immediately hours the government had all the steps necessary to take the COVID negative test Adi Kailash within no time. So that's wonderful, Ayya. And
Nithyanandam, sorry for the technical glitch. Nithyanandam Ayya, Nithyanandamma, And as Ayya was sharing so beautifully, one very important teaching that Ayya reminded us of was, when Bhagavan ordains, he sustains. So I remember clearly the Akashic reading that was given to Ayya. It was not like in the so-called polite sense. Devi Parashakti just very ferociously told him, there is nothing to remove any obstacle or anything. You just save your life and come to Adi Kailasa. It was a very straight, almost like a warning. And as Ayya beautifully said, we will always remain with Paramashiva in Kailasa. We are all his children. But the ultimate reality is, Guru is the ultimate reality. Guru Vak is life. And as Ayya so beautifully shared, following the Guru Vak, literally the cosmos opened up. The lockdown freeze was lifted, and Ayya was able to make it here with in such an effortless way. And after coming here, I'm sure Ayya had a very beautiful experience. We would like Ayya, inge vandapram உங்களோட அனுபவம் இங்க ஆதி கைலாசத்துல இருக்கிறது, உங்களுக்கு கிடைச்சது அக்கமடேஷன் ஃபெசிலிட்டிஸ், உங்களுக்கு எப்படி தோணுது இந்த ஹோல் என்லைட்டன்மெண்ட் ஈகோசிஸ்டம், பகவான் எப்படி இந்த கோவிட் கேர் ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் சென்டர் உருவாக்கி இருக்கா, உங்களுக்கு அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஹேண்ட் அனுபவம் கிடைச்சிருக்கு, அது கொஞ்சம் ஷேர் பண்ணா நல்லா இருக்கும் ஐயா.
சரிங்க. அதாவது எங்களுக்கு வந்து இப்ப கிரகஸ்தாஸ் தனியா ரூம்ஸ் எல்லாம் கொடுத்து நல்ல ஃபெசிலிட்டி, அதே மாதிரி தனியா வந்தவங்களே ஜென்ட்ஸ் லேடிஸ் அவங்களுக்கு நல்ல ஃபெசிலிட்டி, டாம், நல்ல ஆசிரம், நல்ல 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 ஃபெசிலிட்டி, எல்லா வசதியும் நல்லா எல்லாம் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. அதாவது ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் பிராக்டிஸும் கொடுக்குறாங்க. காலையில வந்து யோகா, பிரம்ம முகூர்த்தத்துல 3 மணிக்கு எந்திரிக்கிறோம், யோகா எந்திரிச்சு யோகா பண்றோம், 4 மணிக்கு 6 மணிக்கு பூஜை பண்றோம். அது ரொம்ப அது அந்த வாதாவரணம் வந்து ரொம்ப இனிமையா இருக்கு. வீட்டுல இருந்தாலும் அந்த மாதிரி பண்ண முடியாது நிச்சயமாவே. வீட்டுல இருந்தா கொஞ்சம் சோம்பல் தன்மை வரும். இது நல்லா பிராக்டிஸ் ஆகுது இந்த மாதிரி டைம்ல. அதாவது பயமே இல்லாம, இப்ப இங்க நாங்க இருக்கிறோம் ஒரு 10 ஃபேமிலியா தனித்தனியா பிரிச்சு அந்த ப்ரிவென்ஷன் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அந்த 10 ஃபேமிலியுமே நல்லா வீட்டுல இருக்கிற மாதிரி எந்த மாஸ்க்குமே இல்லாம ரொம்ப ஜாலியா எல்லாரு கூடயும் பழகுறோம், நல்லா இதா இருக்கு. அப்புறம் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா சாமி நல்ல ஃப்ரீ டைம்ல இதிகாசங்கள், இப்ப வந்து எந்த வித கண்டிஷனும் இங்க கிடையாது. அதாவது அங்க ஐடில ஒர்க் பண்றவங்க அவங்களோட ஒர்க்கை இங்க இருந்தே பார்க்கலாம், அவங்க ஃபுல் டைம் அவங்க வந்து பாத்துக்கலாம். அதே மாதிரி இப்ப எங்களுக்கு ஃப்ரீயா இருந்துச்சுன்னா நாங்க மகாபாரதம் இதிகாசங்கள் நாங்களே லேப்டாப்ல இதிகாசம், மகாபாரதம், ராமாயணம் இது ஃபுல்லா அங்க கூட உட்காந்து டைம் ஒதுக்கி நம்ம பார்க்க முடியாது வேலையில. இங்க உட்காந்து நல்லா அதை கான்சன்ட்ரேட் பண்ணி அந்த சத்தியங்களை நம்ம உள்வாங்க முடியுது. ஒரு பகவத்கீதா சாண்டிங், அதாவது நிறைய ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ண எல்லா ஐஏ கிளாஸ் ஃப்ரீயா எடுக்கிறாங்க. அதாவது நிறைய விஷயங்கள் எங்களுக்கு வந்து சாமிஜி பகவான் வந்து ஆசிரமடிஸ் மூலமா தராரு. ரொம்ப இனிமையாவும் ஜாலியாவும் இருக்கு. இந்த அதாவது இப்ப வெளியே இருக்கும்போது ஒரே ஃபியர், ரொம்ப கஷ்டமான சூழல், நமக்கு ஒரு ஃபீவர் வருதா சளி வருதா அப்படின்னு நம்மள எனி டைமும் நம்ம பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கிறது. இங்க வந்துட்டு அந்த ஃபியரே இல்லாம, அதாவது ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது, ஒரு இனிமையான சூழலை ஏற்படுத்தி இந்த கஷ்டமான காலத்தையும் ஒரு இனிமையான சூழலா பகவான் ஏற்படுத்தி எங்களுக்கு கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. அது பெரிய விஷயமா எங்களுக்கு கருதுறவங்க சாமி. பகவானுக்கு வந்து என்ன புண்ணியம் நாங்க எந்த ஜென்மத்துல பண்ணிருக்கோம்னு தெரியல. ஆனா இதெல்லாம் வந்து அதாவது பகவானை வந்து சொத்தை அனுபவிக்கிறதே ஒரு குடும்பம் இருக்கணும் போல. அதாவது அவரோட சாப்பாடு சாப்பிடுறது 11 வகையான சாப்பாடு 3 வேளையுமே கரெக்டான டைமுக்கு கரெக்டா கேர் எடுத்து ஆசிரமடிஸ் வந்து ரொம்ப நல்லா கவனிச்சுக்கிறாங்க எங்களை. அதாவது அதையுமே ரொம்ப 2 hours முன்னாடியே வர வச்சு அதை ஸ்டெரிலைசர் பண்ணி எங்களுக்கு அதை கிடைக்க வைக்கிறாங்க. ரொம்ப பாதுகாப்பா 3 times குவாரண்டைன் லெவல்ல ரொம்ப பாதுகாப்பா வெளி மக்களே எங்களுக்கு தொடர்பு இல்லாம ரொம்ப நல்லா கவனிச்சுக்கிறாங்க சாமி.
Beautiful, Ayya. So what Ayya was sharing was a plethora of things over here, right from the fact that the multi-layer quarantine facility in the Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetham, where families are accommodated as well as singles in the form of separate accommodation for male bodies, female bodies, and the spiritual routine and the spiritual lifestyle being so effortlessly lived over here. As Ayya said, if we were back home, then getting up at 3 a.m. in the morning and doing our yoga and puja would never happen because we'll just be downright lazy. But here, because of the enlightenment spiritual ecosystem, everybody is able to get up at 3 o'clock, do the various cleansing processes, do the yoga, do the puja, and the whole lifestyle is so spiritually centered, as Ayya was sharing, right from the classes of Bhagavad Gita chanting to learning the truths of our Puranas, like Mahabharata, which otherwise we would not have taken the time to watch and internalize. And other than that, the way in which the people who have come here to the COVID Care Protection Center are being taken care of, right from the nutritious meals, which comprise of 11 items each and given time to time. And Ayya was sharing his gratitude to the Kailayavasis who take care to provide these meals on time for one and all, and how the whole atmosphere literally, as Ayya succinctly put it in one line, that it really is like probably just luck that how one, only by Swamiji's grace, literally by Bhagwan's grace only, one can experience this lifestyle. It is not anyone's doing. We can never lay claim to, I have done so much of punya and be able to experience Kailasa space. And literally the compassion of Swamiji, that everyone who's over here, who followed his Guru Vak and is coming to Adi Kailasa Sarvanya Peetham to save one's life, because that is what Devi Parashakti and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism have ordained for us, have ordered us till the end of this year. The only priority that we have is to remain alive. So that was a brief sharing. I'm sure Ayya has lots more to say, and we also have a lot more to ask you, Ayya and Amma. But in the interest of time today, we will end this Adi Kailasa segment. And we thank you once again for sharing your experiences. And it's a great inspiration, I'm sure, for all the viewers who are watching and who also have heard Devi Parashakti give us the orders, save your life, come to Adi Kailasa. So thank you. Thank you, viewers.
Thank you, Swami.
Nithyanandam.
Nithyananda.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tattamasyadi Lakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures: no photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions: please be aware of the important cautions.